And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and 1249 or G41 Nazgul if you prefer. Back with, well, Starfield. And we're gonna go to Paradiso. Yeah. Of all places, we gotta go to Paradiso. Is this it? Or is this it? Ooh, boy.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
Well, you're doing a great job, String. I'm proud of you. What do you say we get you a new outfit next time we're planetside?
It still fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book?
Are you all done talking? We gotta land. Ship must target a ship before you can halt, alienate, or dock with it. Got it. And this, besides, 20 XP, nice.
As we were landing, I picked up a message from Aja. She said to meet us at the park overlooking the ocean. Before we go to the ceremony, I want you to look me in the eyes and tell me this is exactly what you want. I just melt when I hear you say things like that to me. I love you. And I'm forever thankful to have someone as amazing as you in my life. Now come on. Aja is waiting for us. But first, we should probably say something to my mother.
Roger, roger. Whoa, look at this place. Fancy. I like it. Now, apart from this mission, I'm also going to be doing some work for you-know-who.
Jetpack damaged or something?
Ow, no, I'm good. Oh, great. So this is a resort. Oh, it's so bright. Abigail Morgan. Here we are.
It certainly was nice of you to think of me when sending invitations to my daughter's wedding.
It's good to see you too, Mum.
I just wish you would have given me more notice. Or maybe some time to get to know your dear partner. I barely even know his name. Yes, good to meet you too, my dear. If only my daughter had thought to introduce us sooner. We could have built more of a rapport before this big day.
We'll have plenty of time to talk more later, I'm sure, after the ceremony. Anyway, I'm sorry, Mum. I know how this must all seem to you. This was a sudden decision, and we didn't want to waste any more time. We wanted to keep the ceremony small, and involve only the people I care about the most.
Sarah, dear. I hope you know that I am delighted to be here, to see you finally get married. It's been a long time coming, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you for coming, Mum. We'll be sure to talk more in a bit. But for now, Let's not keep poor Aja waiting.
We're waiting until everyone arrives. It's so lovely to see you, Sarah.
It's wonderful to see you too, Aja. This is the one I told you about.
I've heard a lot about you. All of it good. You're quite a catch.
10 seconds in and already you're embarrassing everyone.
Before we go any further, I just want to make sure that you are right for Sarah. She's quite special, hmm?
Oh, God. Now you're embarrassing me.
That's called love, my dear. You better get used to it. Well, I've seen enough. I can read people the moment I lay eyes on them. And you're going to make Sarah quite happy.
Coming from you, Aja, that means a lot.
Of course, Sarah. You know I always look out for you. Now, are we ready to begin the ceremony? Very well. If everyone's ready, then I'll begin. It's been years since Sarah Morgan and I have spoken. And though it might appear that we've grown apart, I feel that we've become closer friends than ever before. When I received the message with Sarah's intent to marry, and that she wanted me to officiate the ceremony, I was overwhelmed with joy. Not because she had decided to rekindle our friendship, but because she was allowing me to share the happiest moment of her life. I can't imagine a greater honor. And for that, Sarah, I thank you.
I wouldn't have had it any other way, Aja.
Before you present your vows, I'd ask both of you to remember that love is what brought you together today. It is a foundation upon which a structure of trust, faith, and affirmation is built. This structure can be absolutely impenetrable if you both agree to love each other unconditionally, with faith, devotion, and acceptance. And most importantly, to allow yourself to be loved. Remember, there are no other bonds more meaningful than the one you are undertaking today. You should cherish this moment and hold it close to your hearts as a reminder of the love you share. If you both are willing to abide by these words, then you can be assured that your lives will be filled with joy and happiness forever.
That was beautiful, Aja. Thank you.
Did you need a moment, Sarah?
No, I'm fine. But I wanted to say something before you continue. When we stood beside that waterfall in New Atlantis, you told me that I needed to forget the past and focus on what I have right now. I swear, with every fiber of my being, that the past will no longer be an obstacle in my life. And I will honor your words by focusing my affection on the most important thing in my life. You. This is my solemn pledge to you. From deep within my heart, from deep within my soul, for all eternity.
And you? Did you have anything you wanted to say to Sarah?
I know you will. Oh, you're going to make me cry.
You had a gift, Sarah?
Yes. I wanted you to have this as a token of our love. I'm giving this to you as a symbol of the clean break I've made from my past. Oh, it would have been impossible without your help. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.
With these promises of affection and these vows you've exchanged, by the power vested in me by the Articles of Constellation, I happily pronounce you life mates. Congratulations!
Aja, I don't know what to say. That was... oh, amazing. I couldn't imagine having the ceremony without you.
I'm glad everything worked out for you, Sarah. I'm only sorry that we waited so long to reach out and contact one another. It was my pleasure. Well, you're both welcome to stay here for as long as you like. Sarah, your mother will be staying here with me for a few weeks. We've actually got a lot more in common than I expected. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. I wish the both of you a happy and healthy life together.
I'll never forget this, Aja. Thank you.
It was a wonderful wedding. I was so happy to officiate for you. I'm happy to host Abigail here at my home. She's quite charming. She was a royal pain in the butt. That's what she was. Hot-headed, impulsive, eager to rush into things without examining the ramifications, eh? Honestly, a lot like I was at her age. Her hunger to explore the void was the most fervent I'd seen in my years at Constellation. There wasn't a single assignment she'd refuse. All in all, though, she was one of the best explorers I've traveled with. And I'd wager that holds true up to today. That woman has a good head on her shoulders. You should count yourself lucky to be a part of her life. You have to ask? Look at the place. It's absolute paradise. I can spend my day at the beach, relax with a cool drink and catch up on some reading, enjoy the cuisine, whatever my heart desires. I haven't even traveled off-world since I arrived. Hell, I haven't even boarded a spacecraft. It's so wonderfully liberating. Moving to Paradiso was one of the best decisions I made in my entire life. I was chair of Constellation for 35 years. I was there for all the low points and all the high. I kept Constellation out of the colony war, made some incredible discoveries, and recruited some of the most amazing explorers in the settled systems. I just finally reached a point where I felt I'd done enough. And it was time to give Sarah a chance. And I have no regrets either. If you're expecting controversy or some sort of political reason, I can assure you, it doesn't exist. And between you and me, I'm not getting any younger, eh? And this tired old woman wanted to enjoy the sunset of her life on this beautiful world. Have a truly pleasant day.
Sarah, you and my Sarah are such a lovely couple. Mostly the physical distance between us. It wasn't intentional, I'll have you know. Our lives simply diverged as she grew older. You may not know this, but we had different plans for her when she was growing up. I've since come to terms and accepted that she didn't want to follow in her parents' footsteps. Perhaps... She needs to hear it from me. I need to make it more clear to her that I'm proud of her, regardless of her choices. I need to, if I want to be closer to my daughter and her new partner.
Oh, gosh, really? We're doing this, are we?
Oh, can I? When Sarah was 6, I believe, she lost her second tooth, but this time she actually lost it. I forget how it happened exactly, but it ended up going out with the waste as we were flying between Jemison and... Oh, I forget where. It's not important. She was so distraught. Mummy, what if the Tooth Fairy doesn't know I lost a tooth and doesn't come? She cried. So I told her to write a note and leave it under her pillow for the Tooth Fairy. So she ended up explaining what had happened and begged the Tooth Fairy for a spaceship so she could go off and find her lost tooth for her. It was adorable.
Thanks, Mother. Thanks for that.
It was not quite what I had imagined for Sarah. I thought it would be a grand affair with hundreds of friends and extended family gathered to celebrate. But given her history, I should say I'm not entirely surprised she chose something completely different. However, despite that, I must say that this was truly something special. It was quite splendid. Just the two of you, myself, and Aja. From the bottom of my heart, thank you again for having me. We'll talk later, I suppose.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made. Minimal risk. Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me. You've already seen how much destruction just a few Terramorphs can cause. While we wait for the Asilis to naturally prey upon them, we have to spend time and resources defending ourselves. How many human lives will be lost due to the wait? Why should we wall ourselves in when we could simply eradicate them in one fell swoop? The science was at our disposal, and now we've cast that aside. I fear for the future. Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't trust the science. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk. Anything that accelerates the Terramorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance? I'm sorry, but yes. Your decision has denied us any type of safety net. I honestly would have preferred a more scorched earth policy to ensure the end to those horrible creatures. Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've hurt you in any way. I wouldn't want anything like this to come between us.
Well, geez, Sarah, now you say it.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
Jesus Christ, look at all the cat. I see them. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. We got some job to do.
Oh, Paradiso is absolutely beautiful. Can you possibly imagine a more tranquil place for a resort?
Alright, let's go talk to the rest of the crew, see what they say about this.
when you're ready to launch.
Barrett?
Sure, I've got a minute. Space is so hostile to humanity already, and you made it just a little bit safer for everybody. No matter what you could have done differently, this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are finally gone. So humble, too. People love that.
Squeak!
Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Asylees are going to work out, huh? You must have seen some data that I didn't. Everything has a chance to mutate, and most mutations are harmless. But I get it. It's scary. It's definitely riskier than dropping off some wild animals. Oh well, it's done. By sealing the Lazarus plant away instead of destroying it, I'm worried we've made things riskier. Maybe we could study it, fair, but it will take a long time to get any actionable results.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. The whole Terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of Terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives. Eat your nutrient paste or the Terramorphs will get you. Were you ever told that? I don't know about these Asylees. That microbe would wipe out the Terramorphs for good and certain. I mean, the Asylees? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Asylees will fully get the job done. I hope for all our sake you made the right call. When you put it like that, I guess I see your point. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it.
Come on. Ah! Why did you dislike that? I mean, look, it's a safer bet. You want to introduce microorganisms into known...
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Into atmospheres, into everything. It has a chance to mutate, kill life, other than,
It is a
Terramorphs.
relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Asylees creature is the right way to do it? I can understand that line of thinking, but even when talking about a species like the Terramorph, this decision means the Terramorphs will remain a threat for years to come, if not longer. And that is assuming it works at all. I suppose we shall. Not that it matters, since the decision was made. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk. I do not think some potential future use outweighs the risk it poses now. At least the Freestar Collective will also know of its existence. Otherwise, I worry it would be too tempting for the UC to use as a weapon. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Says that you're all against me on this with the creatures. You all are assholes.
Lay it on me.
Troubles you need to share?
Let's check
Bringing
here.
anything useful?
Okay, she doesn't have anything.
Must we? I don't like being apart.
Alright, let's see.
Yes,
Andrea?
you need me? I'm at your side.
You know what?
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
They're all against me. I feel outnumbered here in this ship. Well, you all would have preferred us killing them off quicker? Yeah, sorry, but that doesn't. Yeah, but that sounds a lot riskier. Since those things, since it can mutate, it can kill off other life forms we didn't count for. Why are we here for Percival? Also, that's a real. The TMD headquarters. They changed the name. They changed the name. They changed the name. I like that. I like that there's actually
no indigenous
actually
life
changed the name.
signs. One less thing to worry about, I suppose.
You see security, okay. Oh.
This is a dangerous assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome everyone to the TMD.
You heard it. Everyone get working.
Yes? What?
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But what you've done for Percival, for me, for everyone, well, there aren't words to express how grateful I am. Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
I sincerely
Alright,
hope
Bert.
there is adequate security for this facility.
Yeah, there probably is.
I hope that we have not
Look who it
ultimately
is.
made a mistake in resurrecting this place.
You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats.
Which means we need someone to track down said aliens and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. This isn't the same sort of harvesting you and Hadrian were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. If you can get close enough to these creatures to harvest from them directly, you should be able to collect what we need without killing them. I checked with Lieutenant Walter before heading out. A good EM weapon could serve you well on these missions. Though, if heavens forbid, there's no viable option other than putting the things down. We're only talking a select few specimens here. These populations will recover.
Alright, I have to press this button again because I didn't hear most of what
This
you
isn't
said.
the same sort of harvesting you and Hadrian were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. If you can get close enough to these creatures to harvest from them directly, you should be able to collect what we need without killing them. I checked with Lieutenant Walter before heading out. A good EM weapon could serve you well on these missions. Though, if heavens forbid, there's no viable option other than putting the things down. We're only talking a select few specimens here. These populations will recover.
Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec'd this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. We could use Hadrian here, absolutely, but we have other scientists. Not a lot of other people can go up against apex predators and come home again and again. You and Hadrian are the right people for this job. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go.
Okay. Hello.
Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And remember, proximity should be all you need to get your samples. Get close, harvest, and get out before they spot you. Don't let them get the best of you, all right?
Alright, he said EMP weapon, so... Oh, is that a Terramorph in there? It is a Terramorph in there.
Yes?
Hey, you need something? Okay, I'm listening. What's going on? Backup? What does that have to do with me?
Well, I was hoping you'd come with me. I think we'd make a good team.
Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD. I mean, I do too, but leaving the TMD? That's a big decision. It's not in my nature to say no when someone asks for help. Especially not a friend. I saw myself staying at the TMD for the long haul. But if life's taught me one thing, it's that plans don't always work out. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Hadrian is now okay. Assign crew to damn it!
I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain.
Where's Andrea? Alright, let's see. Ship. Crew. Star map. Star map. Wait, Vega? I thought we were headed somewhere else. Are you serious? Okay, hang on one second.
I find the...
Alright, crash site. Jesus Christ, sorry about that again. I had to answer my phone. That's 3 times in a row that I've had to do that.
All clear. Land this ship.
Let's hope we don't have to kill these creatures. What was that? Alright, so what creature am I trying to hunt for? Why is it not letting me harvest? Let's get the fuck out of here. I only harvest one. Oh, great. Pack crocodile. Radar! Where the hell is Andrea? There you are. What was that? Alright, let's return these samples. Also, I am starving. I'm starting to develop a headache too. What time is it? 40 minutes. So I'll do one more job, though, for the you-know-who. Wait. 37. Oh wait, shit. Were they outside? They were probably outside, weren't they? Fuck me, really? Yeah, they were outside.
Ah, you must be the one with the samples then. I'll get these logged ASAP. If you're interested in collecting more, you can speak to Dr. Walker. Oh, and your pay? Here you are. Thank you, Captain.
Now that I've done that, time to go do another mission. Vivae Victus. Huh. Go figure. I wonder what his mission's entitled.
If it were not for the lodge, I think I would avoid this city. It is all just too much.
Agreed. At times, it's a little bit crowded, don't you think?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Right. Oh, look, the cones are back. Mass District.
Hello.
I can't see it. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, you stay here, Andrea. So I gotta talk to him alone. Talk to who alone? You don't know.
Fine. We'll wait here. Go on. Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
No, not really.
What's this? Just you then? No UC executioner. So the cabinet knows the truth about Orlais. Splendid. That means you and I can get to work. I'll tell you why. was, and is, full of people unwilling to pay the price required for victory. In the last days of the war, the UC was on the precipice of executing a final great assault on the Freestar Collective home system of Cheyenne. A massive strike, capable of obliterating Freestar Central Command and ending the conflict at long last. You'd be right. Everything was in place. But just before we could launch the strike, word came from Londinian. The Terramorph outbreak had begun. I went to the city to assess the state of things, and discovered the Lazarus plant. We couldn't spare ships for a proper quarantine, so it was my decision to destroy the spaceport and seal off the city. Deal with it quickly, so we could get back to winning the war. It seemed a simple choice. So upon my return from Londinian, we proceeded with our killing blow. Initially, we had great success against the mess the Freestar Collective called a Navy. But then the Freestar citizenry decided to get involved. Dozens of civilian ships jumping in to shield their military counterparts. I, of course, had no trouble firing on what should have been designated enemy vessels. But my peers had lost the stomach for it. So many lives lost already, they wailed. So the great UC Navy was routed by a mob. They picked our ships apart. The UC surrendered not long after. And thus rang the death knell for the great UC. That's one way of putting it. But yes, bad luck. And weak subordinates. We were in the middle of an all-out war, Captain. Committing ships to save the city would have left another undefended. Which city would you prefer I'd sacrificed? Sidonia? Gagarin? New Atlantis? And if anyone else had learned about the Lazarus plant, well, the risk was too great. I weighed the options and made the call. Once we'd cracked synthesizing the Lazarus plant's pollen, research that took years in and of itself, the attacks were exceedingly simple. Orlaze's ship would land on our target, bearing a few heat leeches, nothing that would raise suspicion. Then Lazarus pollen was pumped out of the ship during liftoff from the planet's surface. Shortly thereafter, an attack. A strike perpetrated in mere moments, with no one being the wiser. Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Sanan name has more clout with the cabinet than it has in years. I hope to build on that. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to help me remove them from the picture. Should we begin the hunt? Or did you have questions? Just making the settled systems a little safer. Arms dealers, rogue scientists, UC turncoats, war criminals from the colony war. Each poses a threat if left unchecked. I'd be directing you to them, and you'd be making the galaxy better for us all. The UC doesn't consider these threats worthy of action just yet. But by the time they do, it may well be too late. Which is why we'll be dealing with them before they can cause greater harm. As far as possible legal repercussions, I'll only be sending you to targets once they're away from the general populace. You may have to deal with some mercenaries or other general banditry, but no one's gonna shed a tear if a merchant of death or a chem peddler and their henchmen meet an early end. You won't be going after anyone that UC might miss. So you needn't fear in that regard. Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a slate waiting for you in the transfer system. Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to approach the target. Deal with any you encounter as you see fit.
This sounds very shady. Very shady.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
What did you need? I will watch your back.
I hope I'm not doing anything illegal by doing this. But we shall see.
They informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making Class 1.
Where's Rivera? All right.
Leave no one alive.
Wait, what?
Enemy's grab drive out of commission.
No thanks necessary.
That's really impressive. We gotta resume our patrol. Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe out there. He's even an aluminum. Damn. Really? Oh, that reminds me. I have to check my outpost. See if they have any resources that I need to get rid of. I'll do that outside the recording. Oh, let's go deal with this guy. Hopefully it won't take too much. Maroon sell it.
Unreasonably low here. Bring it.
Where are they? Let's go inside the mine and deal with this guy. Yeah, I'll take the cutlass. Sorry, Andrea. Mining complex. Alright, we can go in.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Wakasashi? Like in from Dead Island? Heck yeah. Not what I'm after. Where'd I go? Okay, is there a way through here? Okay, sorry about that. Is there a way through here? Arms dealer.
Take your best shot.
No, you don't. Oh, so it's like that, huh? Okay, so that was actually pretty easy. Alright, there's one more thing I want to do before I end the episode. What time is it? I'm tempted to end the episode right now. Piloting, starship, security. I'm tempted to put it security. Capacitation, particle beams, rifle. How much for credit? Oh my god, I have so much credits. Alright, before I do anything, I need to check something. I need to check my yeah, this is the outpost I was talking about in the previous episode. Gotta check it. Teo is down as engineers left a form and function. Their ships are regarded by enthusiasts as works of art. I just need to check how much these stuff. Oh boy, yeah, it's a good thing I came here. There we go. Come on, just a little bit further. Just fell off all this iron. I also need to do something about this bright room. It's so bright. Oh wait, I'm just waiting for the thing. Then there we go. I'm gonna be right back.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here? Mine is currently Whetstone, but it changes.
Nothing. Now let's just go ahead and sell off what we got. Holy shit. There we go. The last thing I want to do is... a light in the darkness, maybe?
I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Huh.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Alright, that... you look like you're from a vault. Just saying. And then, buddy. Now, the last thing I want to do in this episode is... commercial district. There we go. Alright, good news, but
You
I
have
have...
that look in your eye. What's the scoop? You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that? The Vanguard was involved. That's good to know. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things? Pure instinct, huh? It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here. That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
There we go, another successful story brought to you by, yeah.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower than light.
Fairly noted. But with that, I think I'm going to cut all this episode to a close. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video, and I shall see you all in the next episode. Till next time, bye-bye.